Hey, what's up everyone? It's Flexing Joe. I'm back with another trading video, and today's trading video is going to be on funding an Apex evaluation account using only 2 contracts at a time. So I started, clip and messed up speaking, so I just left myself in that same contract. This is the first trade on this account. As you can see, there's no other arrows on here. You can see that, it's up 60 bucks. Basically, it's flat now. You can see right at the $50,000 mark. So this is a fresh evaluation account, just for the purpose of this video. And the reason that I am attempting a long trade here is that if we look at what NQ looks like on multiple other time frames, what I'll see is it looks like we've potentially bottomed here. And I want to show you guys what I'm looking at on Thinkorswim, right? So here's our 10-minute. On our 10-minute, we've had a candle by candle bulls take over right here. Same on the 5-minute. So we had the 5-minute push up into the EMAs, and the bears weren't able to push lower after 2 attempts. And then also we have what looks like an inverted head and shoulders here on the 1-minute chart. I would also like to say too that if you look at when we knife down through the EMAs, this would be your first 5-minute EMA pullback, right? Which is right there below VWAP. Here's your second one right around the or below, and then now we've had a third one, right? So usually after the third one they fail. So where I saw that they failed to break lower, I was looking to catch the push back up, as I thought that there was more potential for success there. So as you can see, we've already moved up quite a bit on this, right? So where we are now, no matter what, I'm going to move my stop up to about here. So we're going to lock in 150 bucks regardless on this trade. We're going to see how it plays out. This really right about here, this pivot is my first target, because I know we just barely put in a higher high over that one, but I don't know where these bears may step in. That was a pretty aggressive move down, so I am hoping that we do get a move up to at least here, which would be about 25 points. This level at 801 also is yesterday's low, so it looks like we attempted to break in based on yesterday's low. We are pushing up here. I'm not going to try to be greedy. I think that we're going to break over this high, which is fine, but I want to de-risk this trade a little bit and take some off right here. I know 25-point scale is aggressive for your first scale, usually when you have 2 cons. And sometimes it's a little bit more aggressive than what I like to do, but I do think that there is the room for that, so that's why I'm going for it. I think we have room to go at least to here, which would be the initial balance low. And once we get this first one, I really want to hopefully just trail the runner up and squeeze this trade for everything I can while trying to get this account funded. So you see like the little bit, there's some selling pressure in here, right? We just kind of like, you see that candle kind of like plop down real fast. So the sellers hit the bid a little bit. This is right at the previous day's low, 16,801. All right, we are pushing up. We are almost there. There we go. Nice. A little squeeze. Perfect. Like I said, I really think we're going to break 10 here. I don't want to be greedy on this fill, but I really think up here it would get filled. We'll take it off there. So I know I didn't mean to move it up. Like I was just trying to like say, oh, I think we're going to get filled here. We would go up here. But yeah, just a tick under a 25-point first contract fill there, so that's great. We are at 78 on the entry, and I would like to move, basically I want to put my stop a little bit above the low of this candle. I don't think we're going to come down and test that low again. So I'm going to trail this, right? The bulls have control. They still have control. on the 5-minute time frame and the 10. So I want to see us continue to move up higher. All right, there we go. We're continuing to push up a little bit more. This is where it's tough. Not gonna lie, this is where it's very tough. You know, for a lot of traders where they have two cons and it's like, well, where do I take the second one off? How tight do I trail the stop, etc., etc. You know, I'm really looking to just read the price action and read to see, you know, what kind of rejection we're looking at here. We're approaching the 10-minute 9 EMA at you know, just about this level is the 10-minute 9, right about here. So here, I'll show you guys exactly on Thinkorswim. I keep my EMAs off on my NinjaTrader charts because I use the chart trader. I don't want to have anything on there. But you'll see we're pushing up right there. That would be your 10-minute 9. This essentially is the same area as your 5-minute 20, right? And you can see the 1-minute EMAs have crossed, and we're over all of the 1-minute EMAs now, and your 9 is crossing above your 34 and 50. Your 20 is coming out right behind it. So we are getting quite the push. I do also want to point out, you know, what time it is, right? Whoops, I'm sorry. So it is, I don't know why it's doing that. I'm just trying to move it over. But yeah, it is 12:12, and we have the 30-year bond note auction at 1 p.m. All right, so as you can see, we're getting quite a big push here. I cannot give all that back, so I'm gonna be comfortable, I think, leaving my stop just about here. I really wouldn't want to see it come back down to test that low again, and it's all a matter of, you know, you know, where to really lock this trade in and call it. This area, which is your initial balance low, and really like up here might be the biggest place that we come to resistance. You notice right here, this is the open of an extremely bearish candle, right? This 5-minute candle dropped from the high of 847 to 785, right? So this is an over 60.5 minute candle. So this area where where these bulls stopped out and became bears, right? Their buying stops become sells, and they join this. This will be a key area, I think, of resistance for sure. So what I'm going to do on TOS is I'm going to put an alert in for about 8:23. We're about 10 points away from that. So you guys will hear an alert go off if we hit that. And that would be just before this initial bounce low. Yeah, see, so we're at 815 now. My stop is at 93. I'm going to move it up some more. Again, I don't really feel comfortable giving back 20 points. That's $400. There we go. It's still cruising up here. And it's just a tough decision, right? Like when to take it off. I imagine at some point, even with this move, there's going to have to be some sort of, like, if we break up, we'll probably pull back. And, you know, an NQ, those pullbacks can be 50, 15, 25, 35 points, right? So, you know, where to take it off is definitely a question. Like I said, I thought we would break over here, and we did. I'm not upset at where this scale is, though, right? And I'm just trying to really think out loud, talk out loud, and explain why I have the chart kind of laid out the way I do, why I move the stop up the way I am. And, you know, ideally, even now, if we came back down and we tested and we sat, you know, down and we wicked in through this level, here I'll draw a little box. I think about this. Oops, I'm sorry, wrong button. In this general area, it wouldn't bother me, right? I would think that that's totally normal for us to kind of see these two pivots. On a line chart, you would have sharp points right there, right? We push up, we kick down, we pop up, we kick down. So if we wick in through here but don't close below this, I think we're in good shape. So this teal line that I'm putting on the chart is the previous day's low. And then what you see is what happened is we pulled back deeper than I wanted to and ended up getting stopped and giving back about 20 points on this trade. Hey, what's up everyone? It's Flex and Joe. We're back on Friday, January 12th. I just took the second trade on this account, so I just want to scroll over to the left. See, this is the first trade we took down here. It looks like such a baby little pullback that I wish I would have held, but for my second trade, I took an absolutely just wrong trade. I was playing around, and I didn't have, of course, the OBS on yet to film this, but I was playing around with just putting my order in and where I wanted to put it. And I just goofed it, and I end up with this crappy fill, and I sat there for a minute well, what should I do? And then in reality I just kept saying, well, if we go over this pivot here, I'm probably wrong anyways. So I held through, a deeper pullback than what I would like to normally hold through. Of course, when the trade worked out, I took the first count off here, I moved my stop down, and then it hit my stop, and it kept on going. VWAP wasn't a target that I had in mind. Honestly, I was happy to get one of the contracts off here for about 10 points, which was pretty good after being down. And then I immediately did move the stop up, and it of course stopped me, kept going. Now it's kind of putting in a lower wick here. So up another 221 bucks on this account. Got lucky, I guess, on that one. I don't like this one, but I'm being transparent. I'm human. I'm not perfect. This is why I totally advocate for people to play with smaller size, because sometimes you just goof up, right? And if that was 8 or 10 cons, that would have been really bad. And to be honest, I probably would have just instantly closed it, but I saw it, and I saw this candle here, and I thought, well, yeah, it's gonna go down. And then this is a doji candle, right? So that's where the body is, right there in that little circle. So this candle had pushed down, and then it ultimately ends up pushing up before it pushes back down again. But I do think we have more downside potentially. All right, hey guys, I just wanted to let you know that I took a quick scalp right here. It is Tuesday, January 16th, and I really didn't have an opportunity to trade this account today, so I just wanted to take a scalp right here. So I only made 28 bucks, no big deal, and just wanted to add another trading day because you need 7 days in order to get funded and to pass, right? So it's a combination of needing to make $3,000 and trade for 7 different days. So this will count towards one of those trading days, and I'll be back tomorrow to try to get that $3,000 goal. All right, hey guys, still trying to fund this eval with 2 cons at a time. I took this trade. I thought I had OBS running, and I didn't. But I took this trade. This candle wicked down when it pushed back up. I was a little late to it, but I felt all right, we're getting buying back up out of in here, and I'm thinking that we're really just getting higher, chances of a reversal. So I'm about to move my stop up. As you can see, I use that 6-point stop. So I'm gonna move my stop up into profit here. About $100. So I'm gonna lock in 5 points on this runner, and I did lock in. I just went for scaling out here, as approach to this pivot. So 47.75 from a 28 entry, so almost 20 points there. So this will be a 25-point trade regardless. We're over halfway to that. And I don't want to get taken out of this trade early. We're gonna move this stop up some more. A little over 10 points to get locked in. Want to see a candle close above these wicks if I can get it. But scaled appropriately, and then I think that we're potentially going to see some resistance here if we have it. But we'll let this run out for a minute. All right, while I'm playing this portion of the clip sped up, I want to just quickly tell everyone that Apex did reinstate their 1-day to pass evaluations challenge. So that puts a little bit more pressure on the account, I guess, to try to get it funded and passed today. And I think that most viewers want to see an evaluation count passed in 1 day anyways. So I think that played a role into why I decided to try to hold on to this contract for a little bit longer than I should have. At this point, it continues to move up. I'm going to continue to move my stop up some. I want to show you guys what I'm looking at in terms of NQ here on my Thinkorswim. Okay, so here we are, Thinkorswim, right? So 1 minute chart, I saw this pull down, right? Obviously we popped up, but I saw that we were just holding in this general area. which I thought was good. We might pull back down to like these 1 minute EMAs, maybe 39 for the 1 minute 20. So you see roughly where that would put my stop. So 39 would actually be like down here, me locking in 10 points after I was up these 35. So not gonna fly. I'm probably gonna. We were at 63 and a half. This is the toughest part about trying to let a trade run. I don't know. I'm just thinking about it. Back some more. Lift off that 1 minute time, 1 minute 50 cross. This is the tough part. This is the part of my trading that always kind of like makes me go, you know, like should I leave it break even or not? But obviously I don't want to give anything back. And then when you're on a PA account, you really want to take some off. I would have, if I was on a PA account and not trying to like fund this account quickly, I probably would have just taken it off here. You know, and in hindsight, I could have taken it off here and then like re-added, right? So now we're just pushing down and I'm giving a ton back. But I'm looking for another pop. Not get it right off the 1 minute 20 so far. Leave my stop there. No matter what, the stop will be there. Just keep watching it. So 1 minute 20, candle by candle flip right here. Didn't flip short here. And that's why I was waiting for this to pull back up into this wick where the candle by candle wouldn't be flipped either. The indicator. Right, because it only flips once you close over the prior candle's high or close under the prior candle's low. There we go. We are flipping this candle back to green, which is good. You know, since we broke under VWAP in the EMAs, right, we had one pullback, we had another pullback, and then this wasn't really a pullback, didn't touch, and this is third. So this is like the fourth time we're touching these EMAs, and it's likely that this is going to fail and continue to move higher. I'd at least want to see 77, so we'll see what's going to happen. One point of concern, right, that I have is this is the 111 low of day, and this looks like a break in base under that level. And if we zoom out and we look at that, we look at that on like the 30-minute chart, 111 low of day. Boom, there it is right there. There was like a pretty strong wick and we popped back up really strongly. It had a big V-shaped correction that day. So bulls really need to break over that, you know, maybe hit 75 and then base on this like 50, you know, 53 area. One of the tough things too with NQ is the range on that 1 minute candle was almost 12 points. That last 1 minute candle, that 5 minute bar, right? So we might get swept out here and then it pushes higher. Hopefully not, but I really feel like it needs to be closer to this, but I don't want to. That's exactly what was saying. Yeah, like that's why I was saying like something to be close to this, and it just like popped up big time, but it might still come down and take me out, which would be really unfortunate. But I don't know why at the last minute I could just see that like this overlap.
Stop, Bill.
Okay, so gave back like way too much again. That has been my Achilles heel so far in this last week or two. Alright, I decided to retake this trade because I really felt like I just let this pull back against me too much, and I think it has more gas to go. I'm just looking at all my other screens and I feel like this one has more gas. So I'll take the first one off here for 15 points.
Target filled.
Alright, we'll move the stop back up. So just taking it again. And then I shouldn't have done that. Like, I should have, that's my thing too, is scaling at pivots, right? And if you looked at a line chart, and I'll show you guys that in a moment, look at the line chart, there's for sure a pivot right there. And I shouldn't, I shouldn't have given anything back there. I should have, you know, I should have known that that's where, you know, we were going to reject, and then I could do the same exact thing. Like, it came right back down to my entry. So I have some room to improve there. I do want to show you guys what I'm talking about with a line chart. So if and let me see here, I'll just pull this up, right? So if I mark these two lines out here on the line chart, that's where like we pivoted, right? And then now let's just go back to a regular 5-minute like bar chart, candlestick chart, and then like look. So I marked the pivots and we just wicked in between the two of them, and now we're pushing up aggressively through it, exactly how I knew we would, moving this stop up, not doing the same thing twice. Okay, and I'm looking at this, so trying to get this, I mean, obviously now I'm trying to play with like, where, oh, I hate when I do that. Where do I need to, you know, where do I need to go? And I can get this account funded, right? So I guess I need $500 from here, which would be right about there. I've thought we were going to go to VWAP from like the bottom, so we'll just keep going and see how this plays out. But again, we're seeing that rejection. Now we just broke over that pivot, and we're rejecting some. This is not the right. VIX is below 15 now, which is very bullish for the market. There we go. Big stick here. There we go. There we go. Boom. We're pushing. We're pushing. I have this set to always stay on top. That's why I like that. Yep, like that. So boom. There we go. Yep. So bears failed to move it down. Right. Higher low. Higher low. We are cruising here. Let's see if we're gonna get to VWAP. Moving this stop up. We're now $500 away from passing this account. So the other thing is that this is the 50% line of the New York session, this yellow line. So if we draw a fib from the high of day to the low today, and I've seen this play out many times, you see we're rejecting like pretty much right off that 61. I'm gonna leave that on there. Obviously I want to see us like break above and close over, but we need to hold at least that 50, which lines up well with this pivot. This looks like a nice break into the golden zone, basing on the pivot and then trying to make another leg higher. It's right to VWAP, so I think we're this close, so we've come too close to not hit VWAP. But are we going to pull back some? That is the big question. Not sure what happens with the sound at the end of this clip, but what I'm saying is I gave back 19 points there, which is something that I can live with, especially on an evaluation trade. And I was just feathering the stop there because I wanted to try to stay below the low of that candle, but ultimately it does pull back much harder, and I'm glad that I took the stop there. And now we are $600 away from being funded. All right, so I took this long entry, and I'm moving my stop up because I don't like it, but take one off there. I took that long entry, and it pushed down. I wasn't thinking about it, and as I got in, I realized like my technical stop for where I would be wrong would be lower over here. So I had a wider risk on this trade than I normally would have liked, and I should have bid it in down here. And I don't know, was a little bit over eager, I guess, to pass this, or to, I don't know, just to get into the trade, because I still see the long as, you know, potentially working out. I know we rejected over that 61, but we're not moving further down, and it's getting bought up. But now you can see we were $100 away from passing this, so I think it's like right around here will get me past. Yeah, it looks like somewhere in this range here, so put it above this wick, probably shoot me over. But I stop up to the low of this candle, or the open of this candle, and we'll see what happens. Again, the 1 minute 200 is right at 92, and we got VWAP right there. Both of those tend to be magnets at times, especially when we get pretty close to it, because I think a lot of algos will hit off of it, and yeah, we don't need to be that high. So yeah, we're slightly over here. So wouldn't that be something if it comes all the way down on me? Do kind of what I deserve, I guess, for getting in this trade wrong. Oh, baby.
Target filled.
All right, there we go, and it's passed. So, all right, so I do want to say, you know, now that I passed this, I show you can pass it, you know, with just 2 contracts, targeting your trades, reading the price action. I would say for me, you know, in reviewing this video, there are some key takeaways for me. I think that sometimes I need to do a better job of analyzing when is this a trade to hold, and when is this a trade to get out and reposition. And sometimes that's gonna be hard. I think there's gonna be plenty of times where I get out and it continues to go, and I have to probably reposition some 30 or 40 points later, and I have to not let that affect me mentally that, oh, I should have just stayed in. And then of course there's times too where it's gonna pull back, and I have to be, you know, I have to be willing to give a little, but then, you know, what is a little and what is too much, and I think that's gonna vary from person to person and from trade to trade, setup to setup, day to day. And I don't particularly like that. I would like for things to be more black and white, you know, the way my mind works. You know, I like just kind of hard and fast rules, I guess I should say. But you know, this is obviously continuing to go. My thesis, even down here, that we would get to VWAP is pretty solid. You know, I want to say too that on another account, I was scalping off the bottom, and you can see like I was actually like played around like adding and getting out here, but I kept one because I thought we would really get to VWAP, and like you can see, boom, like there it is. Here's another account that I'm in, and we're now at VWAP, so I have to do the same thing, like should I give it back or should I not? And I have an absolutely phenomenal entry right now. I'm up 100 points on this trade, so it's wild. So, you know, I guess I got to work on that, and I think that, you know, I will continue to refine my system. I've only been trading futures for a year. I didn't even start at an NQ, and it's going to be a hell of a journey, and of course, hopefully a rewarding one, but I love trading, and I appreciate you guys for watching this video, and I look forward to seeing your comments down below, and let me know what you guys think. Please like and subscribe, and I'll do some more videos. Thank you.